everybody, and welcome back to the farm. I'm just about to get the donkeys out into the field, but before I do that I need to give them a bit of a groom. I'm going to take their rugs off today because it's a beautiful day again. Check their feet over, try and find some fun facts, and then hopefully get these boys out into the field for some fun. Right, so we've got Costello out. Costello is one of our 3 rescue donkeys, for those of you that haven't been to the farm. He's full of mud at the moment. I don't groom it out at night because it will just mush around in his coat. So what I'm going to do is take his rug off. All 3 donkeys have had their rugs on over winter to keep them warm. They do have their own thickened winter coat that they've worn. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. So just going to get his rug off and we'll see what he's like underneath. Now, as I groom, you can probably see that Costello has a really good cross. I don't know whether any of you know what the story of that is. As Easter is coming up, it's probably a story that is appropriate to that, but it's all about how the donkey that Jesus rode on loved him so much, was so loyal to him, that God gave the donkey the shadow of the cross to thank him. When I've got all the mud off him, you can probably see it better. You are a very muddy boy. I don't quite know why they do it, but they do like rolling in mud. So this part of the donkey, that's the mane. This is their crest, and if a donkey's been eating too much food, a bit like us, they get fat. One of the areas that their weight goes on is their crest. Costello is quite good, actually. He doesn't overeat. Abbott, on the other hand, has a very fine crest. I'm always working very hard trying to keep the weight under control. So we go down his legs. With donkeys, the traditional donkey has lines, and you can just see the lines on his legs. Abbott and Frosty don't particularly have those. Frosty, bless him, doesn't have a great deal other than white and then mud marks, because again he does like rolling in the mud. I'll just quickly do this. Right then, so the next thing we do with our donkeys are check their feet. Their feet are quite important to clear out all the mud, because just like us, if we wore wet socks all the time, we get pretty horrible toes. So we're cleaning out the frog, making sure it's all nice and firm. If it starts to become a bit softened, or they get something called seedy toe, which is where moisture gets in around this area, which is very common. You haven't done anything wrong, and you can treat that with some iodine. The farrier comes on every 6 to 8 weeks and gives them a trim. Make sure that they're all nicely balanced, but that looks a very fine foot. So I'll do all the other feet even in a second. I'll come back to you then. Right, so next area, I don't do any of this, but teeth. Donkeys' teeth, just like our own, need to be checked out every 12 months or 6 months if there's something that needs to be corrected. A donkey's set of teeth go all the way back to about here. It's a very, very long jawline. When the dentist comes, they have to put a head restraint on, a bit like this, but then it opens their mouth, because the dentist has to have this device which goes all the way back to around about here and grinds down their teeth, because donkeys' teeth grow, and if they keep growing then they become misaligned. So they use this little sanding device which can sand the tops of the teeth. The donkey doesn't particularly mind it, but that keeps them all happy and healthy. Some of you may know that Costello is on a shaping plan. Now, a shaping plan is a process of trying to help alter behavior. Costello is a little bit nervous, and because of that, we don't use him for giving rides. We don't want to upset him or our rider. So we're trying to work through helping him become braver and understand what's going on around him. That is really the issue. It's just his understanding. Don't know why he's different to the others. Being a rescue donkey, obviously he came from a situation that we didn't know about. So we're working on making you a brave donkey, aren't we? I think that's going to be it for today's little intro. We're trying to make some short little sections for you. I'm going to talk a lot more at another time about things like diet, healthcare with the vet, field management, and yeah, perhaps talk a little bit more about Costello's shaping plan. So until then, see you soon. Bye now.